It's time for Marry Me Monday, the fun, timely, sometimes romantic, sometimes spirited live radio program with your hosts, Jeff Dorsey and Sherry Bussey, presented by Emerald City Jewelers, 33rd and Broadway, Quincy.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Marry Me Monday with Sherry Bussey alongside. Hope you had a nice weekend.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well,
Couldn't beat it.
Everybody has nice weekends. It's whether they have a great Monday that counts.
And let's get it started right.
That's right. And hopefully have a great Monday ahead here today. We're going to talk about appraisals today. Is that right?
That's right.
And there's a situation where people need to double check things.
Well, yeah. I have a brochure at the store you might want to stop by and pick up. There's questions to ask your insurance agents and what to look for in an appraiser. And one of the issues that popped up this week was a man called about his appraisals he had with his insurance company, and his insurance company only had the values listed for the items that he had insured and no description. So he called us to have us do an update and to double check what he was, the descriptions of the items.
Right.
And we could only find 2 items, and he had 4 total amounts. So what had happened was when he had an update done, the insurance company did not delete
the old stuff.
So it might be worthwhile to double check with your insurance agency and go through a list of questions that we have here. There's questions like, is there deductible? Can you use any jeweler that you want if there's a loss and you need a replacement? Or is there a difference between jewelry and silverware? Or is it fully insured? Or is it just like, let's say if you have to have a repair done, is that insured? Like, how often should you have your appraisal done? And do they even tell you when you have to have your appraisal done?
Yeah, which means that you could get caught short, obviously.
Right, absolutely. So. Prices in diamonds are changing. The prices in gold changes all the time. Maybe sometimes you're overinsured because gold prices are down a little bit from what they were when they were $2,000 an ounce, and now they're like $1,200.
That's right.
So think about it. It might be a way where you can save a little money, and we can help you out with the appraisal services.
These are things that people don't think about, really.
Right. It's just one of those things back in the back of your brain that you don't get to that file cabinet very often.
Well, and how many people listening right now have not had their jewelry appraised in a long time?
Right. And then when they lose something, then they have lost it.
Yeah. Now, you do the appraisals right there, right?
Right here, right in the store. Yes, we do.
Okay. And you've got that pamphlet right there that people can pick up?
Just come in and say, I want the appraisal pamphlet. I'm going to double check my insurance and ask these questions to my insurance agency. There's a difference between different types of appraisals also, too. There's the estate appraisals and there's the retail replacement value. So you might want to make sure that you've got your insurance appraisal written in the right format.
Okay.
And don't insure an item for replacement when it's given a value for estate, because you won't have enough money to replace it at estate value.
Okay.
And then there's another story where I had a customer who asked for an update on his appraisal, and it's been after he's married. So all we've ever done the appraisal on is the engagement ring, not the wedding band. So both of his rings are soldered together, and we've never done an update to include the wedding band. So double check your policy. Make sure you've got both your rings covered, especially if they're soldered together, because if you lose one, you lose them both, and then only one's covered.
That's a good point.
Good point.
People don't think about that either, I guess, do they? And, of course, you can find out more on your website, too, right?
That's right. Our website is emeraldcityjewelers.com.
Good thoughts, good ideas, and I hope people will come by and pick up the pamphlet at the store. Want to get the story?
Yes.
It says here it was October 2012. St. Louis Cardinals were in the playoffs, and St. Louisans were flocking to hundreds of bars in St. Louis that were showing the Cardinal game that night. My friend suggested that we go to a bar in the Tower Grove neighborhood to watch the game and meet up with another female friend of his. She also had plans to watch the game there, too, with some friends of hers. As it turns out, we seemed to hit it off with her friends immediately. After getting to know each other over a few hours, I got clumsy like a dope, it says here. I spilled a drink on her, which is her favorite part of this story to tell everybody now. By some miracle, we eventually even got to go out on a date a few weeks later. We dated for 2 years, and I finally popped the question on her instead of a drink on her. She said yes, and we'll be married for 2 years now in October. So congratulations. Way to go. Thanks for sending that story to us. And if we use your story on Marry Me Monday, you get a nice Marry Me Monday t-shirt and a gift certificate from Emerald City Jewelers. And Emerald City Jewelers is located where?
We're located at the corner of 33rd and Broadway under the emerald green roof across from the main entrance of the mall.
And you gift wrap.
And we gift wrap.
And you can do the gift wrapping between when and when.
Well, we are open from 9:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9:30 to 3, Sundays by appointment.
Okay. Thank you, Sherry Bussey.
Yep, we hope to see you soon.
We'll see you next week here.
All right, bye-bye.
That's it for this week's edition of Marry Me Monday, presented by Emerald City Jewelers. Join us next week, Monday, 7:25, for another exciting edition of Marry Me Monday. Celebrate your love.